Det nå en uke siden Israel og USA gikk inn og angrep militære mål i Iran. Og i dagens Israel Live så har vi med oss Sason Pochtar direkte. Han befinner seg nå ute. Vi har han med på Zoom fra Estebukker. Sason Pochtar, heartily welcome.
Thank you so much, Elisabeth. It's a big privilege to be here in these crazy days that we're experiencing. So we just want to give you kind of update of what's going on. Not only, you know, the news, what you hear, but more someone that is living in the land and, you know, been experiencing all that.
Yes, exactly. That's why I invited you. So give us an update from what happened, because now it's a week ago since the war started. So please, Sason, share with us.
So just kind of a small background. In the past few months, there's been a lot of talking that, there's a chance that Israel will attack Iran because of threat, and it's important. And so we kind of been like ready and expecting that to happen, but no one knew when it's going to happen. And every time they said, well, this weekend and then other weekend, but everything just kind of kept going on and on. We got honestly kind of surprised that it happened Saturday morning and not in the night. So it was kind of big surprise to everyone. But, since the beginning, we all knew that it's going to happen. So Israel has been doing a really amazing job of preparing everyone to this situation. They said to us, hey, guys, it can be really bad. Get ready for being in the shelters for days and weeks. And so that was kind of the attitude we were kind of already. When it happened, no one was surprised. Everyone just, knew the drill. Everyone went to the shelters. We as a church, as a people, we went to the windows and started to pray because, it's something people don't really understand maybe in Europe, but this threat is not only against Israel, but it's against the whole free world. So it means even Europe is being under threatening that if it continues that way, that Iran will launch missiles towards the city. So it means it's a really big thing that is happening now, and people more aware of the importance. But the most important thing here, I think, it's the people of Iran. And most of Israelis, we all know that people of Iran are not representing the regime of Iran, and we know that it's a totally different thing. So a lot of Israelis are actually saying that we're doing that as well for the people of Iran. And because we had so much intelligence that we knew that there's a chance they're gonna attack first, we decided to launch together with the US, with the greatest army in the world, to join this coalition and attack. And you like it or not, you like Trump or not, at least he does what he says, so he's doing that. And first days were quite intense, a lot of rockets, but once again, we were ready for this kind of option. So our defense systems did an amazing job so far, and everything is going really good. Unfortunately, we had some casualties already, and people lost their lives, even with going to the shelters. But war is a war, and that's kind of the price sometimes you have to pay. But interesting connection as well, that the attack happened in the time of the Feast of Purim. And why it's special, for those of you that know or don't know, that was kind of the same spirit that, in Babylon, in Persia of that time, when there was this commanding to destroy and kill all the Jewish people. And once again, after thousands of years, we see same spirit, same thing, that is trying to destroy and saying it officially, not trying to hide it and just saying that we're gonna take out of the map the country of Israel. The problem that when you mess with the God of Israel, there is a result of that. So as we've seen this all these days, and I know that many people were, someone don't really understand why it's happened. But once again, Israel is doing all that to defend not only Israel, but defend Europe as well. And more countries in Europe are actually joining this coalition, and they understand how much it's important. Cyprus been attacked. So many Muslim countries been attacked as well by Iran. And that's just kind of showing you the real face of this regime, that they don't care about no one except, their terroristic mind and kind of, the way they do stuff. Dubai, Qatar, Saudi, and so many countries around being attacked as well. Turkey even yesterday, Azerbaijan today. So you can see that it goes to really interesting place. Some people are saying that maybe it's a beginning of world war as well. It can all happen, but the one thing we know that this is a right war. It's not anything about killing and just being showing force, but it's opposite. It's from the good places of protecting the free world. And once again, most of what we care now is about the people in Iran, and we even saying that officially as the Israeli government, saying that we need the Iranians as well to rise and take it in their hands, because there is limit of what military can do as well. And I think us as a believers as well opportunity to pray over the people of Iran. And there is a big revival that is happening there. There is so many underground churches in Iran. And I think it's a perfect time. And when Iran and Israel will change their relationship, and before the Islamic Revolution, you could see that we were actually close friends. Mm-hmm. So the enemy really hates what is happening here, and we can see that it's not only even physical war, but it's spiritual. A lot of believers in the past few days, they say we cannot sleep so much good in the night, not only because of the sirens as well, but you feel that it's a really spiritual battlefield as well, except, the physical one. And once again, we as a church and many others, we continue to work, and it's for us this opportunity actually to go from house to house, from shelter to shelter, and give the love of God, just kind of being there for them and help them and equip them. And we're there as well to proclaim and, say, there is hope in God. God is with us. And so many Israelis now, even they have this deep hunger for the word of God. And it's really, God is changing this nation. We're special people. We're not above anyone else, but Israel has a special calling as a nation as well. And I think we're living in a really biblical times, prophetical. Many things are happening. The coming of Christ can come much sooner. I mean, everything is just going so amazingly that it can really come to this point, because right now it looks like we're in control, but everything can really change quick. And it's important just to be ready and understand that what happens in Israel is affecting the whole world, and what's happening now as well. So it's actually a crucial time as Christians all over the world, be voice for Israel in this hard and it's a hard time when you hear so much hate towards Israel. And for some reason, all the movements of Free Palestine disappeared. No one is so talking about Iran, what's happening there, the massacre that their own people are doing to them. And that's again showing you that all these wars are spiritual. There is enemy behind that tries to destroy the country of Israel. And at the same time, Israel will be at the end as a jealousy to so many nations that we know it says in the Bible as well. So everything just is happening. But I have to say once again that we really feel the prayers of millions of Christians that are standing with Israel. And even my girls, when, the sirens is on, they don't have any fear anymore. They're opposite. They say, hey, Dad, let's go to the bomb shelter. We're going there. They're playing games. So it means that something is shifting, and Israel doing historical things now. It's really, this tiny country has so much influence in the region. And once again, we don't know exactly where it's going to go and how it's going to go, but I just have to tell you that, God is with us. We really feel the hand of God. And I just want to ask you guys as well, there in Norway, you have a big role. You are the watchmen of the walls of Israel. It means you don't have to be physically here to stand with Israel, but your prayers has a lot of changing and moving things. And I really feel that, the Spirit of God is going to touch those that see in that, because we need your prayers, and we need you to understand that you as a believers, you are a voice of truth, and you are a voice of God in your, I know that, there's a lot of different things you see in the media, but many things that are happening are not the same. I'm a soldier as well in the IDF as a reservist, and I've seen so many things that the media is just lying about, and I've been there, and I was like, that's just not true. But once again, when you understand what's behind that, it's much easier to see it. But once again, we are crying for the people of Iran as Israelis. We're saying, we know you're not our enemy. We know that the regime, it's an evil regime, and hopefully that it will go down. That's it. That's what we're going through now, and that's what we feel now. So we work hard now.
And yes, you are right. There are many Christians, many believers who stand with you in prayer and understand what's going on. But here in Norway, unfortunately, the government are condemning what you and America is doing right now, and talking about you can't create something new with bombs. We have to go through the FN part and all those things. What is your message for those who believe that? Because I don't think they understand what forces you are fighting against, Sason.
That's right. Once again, I respect world leaders, and I understand that sometimes politics, it feels it's much safer and the right solution. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The US gave so many opportunities to Iran, to sit down, to talk, agreements, but they say time after time, we refuse, we have a plan, we're going to do what we see is important. And I think as well, the problem that most of us Westerns, that they don't really understand the culture barrier between different cultures. And in Islam, for showing respect, you need to show power. Unfortunately, we see it now. Iran is asking now, come back to agreements, and they're ready to give up on their nuclear. But it's once again, I understand that it's not easy, and no one wants war as well as we. We don't like war. Trust me, if we could live peacefully with all our neighbors, that would be perfect. But unfortunately, that's not the case here. So it's hard to say, and it's easy to condemn. But until the first ballistic rocket will fall somewhere in Norway, only then you'll say, okay, maybe in this case, we need to, So I understand what the people are saying. But once again, no one wants war, but in this situation, you don't have any chance. If you wanna be in a free world, that's what you have to do and required to do.
And we heard also during the war, since the 7th of October, from some of the hostages coming back now talking. We had Eli Sharabi here in Norway some weeks ago that talked about in the deep tunnel, 50 meters underground, they were reciting the prayer from Torah when they're doing Shabbat, and it touched his heart. He came to believe in God during that those 490 days in the tunnel. So we see that the people of Israel is turning their heart against God. What are you experiencing on that, Sason?
That's true. This country is being changed. So many secular people are becoming closer and closer to God, and that's something you don't really see. Even in the army, that it's so clear, because there's people from all backgrounds coming together. You can see that people understand and have this deep desire of understanding that, everything we've been going through in the past 2.5 years, that's the hand of God. There is no any other explanation. Being in a fight in 7 fronts, that's just crazy. I don't think anyone could even survive that. And that's what I'm saying, that God is in control. God has seen it all. And the people now are so hungry, and that's why you see all these testimonies in dark situation, in a hard situation. God is reaching the hearts. And once again, we as Israel, as country, we're trying to be as everyone, be modern and be a special nation as everybody, but we're not. It's not our call. Our call is to stand up with God, be closer to God, and God will show the world who is the God of Israel.
And I know your church, Bet Halal in Ashdod, has for many years working with aid to people who can't provide themselves. And how is that working now for you? How is the church working now, Sason?
Well, this is a great opportunity, as I said, because of most of families are now working and they're stuck in home with the kids. We actually have opportunity just to light, the love of God, go from shelter to shelter, house to house, if it's church members, if it's people in need. So we're, preparing these food bags, and because it's Purim as well, and the kids are usually dressed up in, costumes and everything, we even did like a small bag of sweets, and going from place to place, they were so happy. They were jumping and saying, "Oh, praise God! We can celebrate in the shelter and can have some candy." So, as a ministry, we're actually, this is kind of the most crucial time when we can work and be there for our communities. So, so everyone that is a part of us, supporting us, it's actually goes through this thing. So, like, our team is working really hard in the past few days, and as more the war will go, there will be a bigger need. So, yeah.
And we will stand with you in prayer, and we will keep on telling through our programs here at Channel 10. And I know Vision Norway and other also do that in Christian media here, to tell from yourself what's going on. So, Sason Pochtar, thank you for taking time to stop on your trip and update us. May God bless and protect you and your family and your ministry. And we are standing with Israel in this fight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love you all, Norway.